So I've been single for the past 2.5+ years.
Sprinkle, sprinkle, girlies, let's go to class because we are going to analyze the archetype of the Ben. The Ben is a common type of archetype of a man that you will find on a dating app if you are single in the dating world. So no offense to this guy in specific, this is an archetype. There are so many guys that you will find on dating apps with the same mentality that this guy talks about in his videos. He's been single for 2.5 years and he talks about the differences in dating between Toronto and Florida. And he's gone on between 50 to 100 dates, so he's able to have enough knowledge on the subject to talk about it. And Ben prefers to go on coffee dates rather than dinner dates. So Ben has found that women in Toronto are more superficial and materialistic, perhaps because it's more expensive to live there. Versus where he is in Florida, the women there want to know him on a deeper level. He talks about the investments he makes into a date, and going on a coffee date for time and money is a lot more economical for him and efficient than going on a dinner date.
My nigga.
I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
Whereas women in Florida are okay with the coffee dates.
He's obviously a good-looking guy. That's why he's able to get 50 to 100 dates. It would take the average guy 100,000 swipes to get 50 to 100 dates. Here's why he's failing, though. He's probably actually a decent dude, and that repulses most women.
Most girls won't admit this, but for your sake, I will. I hate nice guys.
Ew! Get off of me! Ugh, as if.
Now, I'm sure he got laid a few times. He could get laid just off his looks, and he's probably tall. He could get laid just off that. But the reason why he's failing because his goal is to find a wholesome woman to start a relationship with. And these modern women just not equipped for that. So they run the hell away after they have sex with him.
Where women in Toronto prefer a dinner date. So let's break down that math. So he talks about it costs about $150 for him each time he goes on a dinner date. So if Ben has gone on 100 dinner dates, that is $15,000 in his 2.5 years of dating.
Man, hell no!
What?
Yeah. Man, look at, man, hell no.
Come on now, dog.
Come on, man.
Versus if he's going out on $5 coffee dates times 100, he's only spending $500 in 2.5 years. Of course, he's probably made it to second, third dates. Who knows if he's had a little fling or something where he's, invested a little bit more money. But just for easy, simple terms, let's look at these numbers. If you're a Ben, you're probably not a scrub. You probably make a decent income. Let's say $75,000 to $100K per year. Dropping $15,000 versus $500 is a significant difference. So for him, he's not looking at going on dates as an investment into a high quality woman. He's looking on going on dates into women who are okay to settle for a coffee date to meet his needs. And
that's a terrible investment. Look, a lot of times any money spent on a woman is a terrible investment. Because what's the return on it? Seriously.
How dare you?
Let's just say he did spend the $150 on all 100 of those dates. And he got laid 20% of the time. So that's what? He had sex with 20 women for $15,000. When in reality, it should have been more like $2,000. $100 a piece max.
How rude.
You are never gonna meet anybody with that kind of mentality about women, you sick son of a bitch.
You look like a businessman that knows how to have a good time.
You'd be better off paying for it directly and knowing that you're going to get your rocks off. So he would have overpaid $13,000 for bedroom fun with 20 thoughts.
And what's wrong with that?
Ladies, the whole thing about shaming us and calling us scrubs because we don't make a certain amount, it's not going to work anymore. It's really not. And it's not going to get you a high-value man. Because actually calling broke men scrubs turns off high-value men too. But you're not smart enough to know that.
And then he bashes the women who prefer to go on dinner dates, saying or implying that they're too high maintenance. But in actuality, it's just the women in this caliber are out of his league.
Robert, stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Stop it. Get some help.
If a man is making a significant amount of money more than this, for him going on a dinner date is the same amount of investment as going for a coffee.
No. These women who you're saying are out of his league are low-value women. because they value money over humans. That makes you a low value woman. That makes you in a low tier league. But once again, you're not smart enough to know that.
In relative terms to his income. Or, if Ben truly knew what he wanted, he wouldn't need to go on 50 to 100 dates. He won't be able to make this investment on a high quality woman because he's spending all of his energy and time on 100 different women. This archetype of a Ben doesn't really know himself. He doesn't really know what he's looking for in the dating world. So he is okay to go on 100 dates and meet so many different women with minimal investment into her. And I can almost guarantee he's talking about women in a small town of Florida, which maybe there isn't much options. Florida is a state, bro. Toronto is a city. Women in different parts of...
I can't take this low IQ bullshit anymore. I just can't.
I don't want to hear that shit. Right on, brother. I hear you. Man, I hear you.
For women's rights and girl power, but we'd be lying if we thought it was not changing the landscape of dating. I can't tell you how many guys I've gone on dates with that are worried about opening a door for me because I might get offended.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Literally, a guy had a girl get offended because he did that for her.
Here's the thing. Women are going to follow something one way or another. They're followers on average. And women are basically controlling trends and things like that. And women lead women into just more destruction and confusion. And that's why female empowerment will always lead to the destruction of a society. Every single time.
Time after time.
Tick tock, motherfucker. To this day, go Google that. See what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know what? I dare you to sit up there and say, explain. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Guys don't want to ask for our number. They don't want to pick us up for a date. They question whether or not they should pick up the tab because they're worried that women are going to get offended because some women out there get offended. So if you're the type of girl who wants to pick up her own tab, does not want the guy to open the door for you, then that's your prerogative. But don't mess it up for the rest of us who like a guy to be a gentleman and actually want to treat us well.
So fucking cry, bitch. I don't give a f. It's funny, if anything.
What makes you think you deserve to be treated well? I already know what her answer would be, because I'm a woman. What have you been doing from 15 to now with guys?
I'm not answering that.
You don't discover what you like until freaking Chad or Brad or freaking Justin does it, and you're like, ah, or maybe Tracy, I don't know. But you're like, that's it. Can you? And then you're like, oh, cool. I like that. I didn't know I'd like it, but I did.
Have you been getting pumped and dumped? I don't know for sure. I could speculate, but like, have you been an honorable woman for the past 10 years?
Yeah, I highly doubt that.
Because if not, you don't deserve to be treated well and have doors held for you and, tabs picked up for you.
God, you're sick.
Open the door for us and do all those chivalrous things that are dead. Maybe there should just be a separate app for the women who want to be super independent and do their own thing.
That is the worst idea I've ever heard in my life, Tom.
Yes, it's horrible, this idea.
That dating app will go out of business the first day. Nobody wants a strong, independent woman who want to do everything for herself and feel like she don't need a man. So yeah, that business model would fail immediately.
And then a separate app for the rest of us who want men to be genuine, who want to be chivalrous, who want to open the door. Put us somewhere else and separate us from the ladies who don't like any of that stuff. So for the guys out there that might be watching this video, just know that not all women want to be equal in absolutely every area of their lives. And that's okay. Some of us want the gentleman. We want to just take a step back and know that we don't have to do everything by ourselves.
All I want is to share love and feel with people, and it's like, no, you don't get any of that, you dirty whore.
Respectable ladies don't get on the internet and rant about their dating life. It's just trashy and stupid. So yeah, the fact that this video exists proves that you don't deserve the stuff you asking for in this video. Ironic, isn't it?
Am I the only one who finds it super weird? Fully grown adults sitting on TikTok making rants about their life?
Well, guys, 33. It's time I stop playing around, settle down, and find me a husband. So what better place to go than Home Depot? Yes. Do you guys have any husband material here? Nigga, no!
You shouldn't say that about a woman. Why can't you say women are wrong when they're wrong?
You want to be making moves
goes down the street. Have no attachments. Allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought,